So templates are only as helpful as your life is predictable. That's part of why I like budgeting by paycheck, because you can adjust templates based on what's going on in your life, because every month is not actually the same. Let's get right into it. We're going to base this off of, this is the monthly budget for February, which for us is January 24th to February 20th. And we are going to use a few things to do this. We're going to use the bill tracker right here, which has the due dates. We have a template that we made last month that has a general guideline of how things go.
Based off of extrapolations from last year's month by month.
Yes, and we're going to use the paycheck calendar, the monthly calendar of the pay periods that we came up with yesterday. So let's head into it. Hi, I'm Bo.
I'm Wayne.
We're trying to pay off $68,000 worth of debt and find some form of financial stability for us and his 3 kids.
One way or another.
One paycheck at a time. And speaking of paychecks, we're going to start with our handy dandy little post-it that we just put at the top of this budget. And that is going to be our inflow, because we do not share bank accounts. So everything needs to add up individually as well as together. So we just start out by putting his inflow and her inflow. And this will make sense as we go.
Also, quick reminder, not every person's budget needs to look the same. You can look at previous videos where we've explained why we have our budget set up this way. What matters in the end is, does your budget suit your needs?
Yes. Okay, so for inflow, we're going to go with his December 27th pay. So that is $19.88 plus his December 13th pay, which is $13.80. And then the 3rd is going to be in here. So January 3rd's interest payment is $42. And we're going to aim for also getting the, well, no, we're not going to plan on him getting reimbursed for utilities, because that does not always happen when we would like it to happen. So we're just gonna Or do we have this month's yet? Did you get reimbursed this month?
Let me check.
Let's check. Hold on one moment. Okay, so we double checked and we have not gotten reimbursed for this month's utilities yet, so we're not going to include that, because we're trying to only use money we actually have. And then for my inflow, just, have this handy dandy little post-it. This is where we keep track of our paychecks, because we try to stay ahead. Okay, so for mine, we have my pay on January 2nd. So this is $15.11. And my pay on January 16th, which is $15.06. Okay, and we are not including any savings account interest for me, because my savings account interest comes through on the 23rd, which is not included in either end of this month. So that's fine. Let's just add this up here. So for his inflow, that means we have $19.88 plus $13.80 plus 42 is 34. Oh, actually, no, we're not going to include the 42. So $19.88 plus $13.80. That's why I made it 2 separate lines. It made sense originally, and then I messed it up. Okay, so 33 $33.68 for his paycheck. And then for my paycheck, it's $15.11 plus $15.06. That's $30.17. And then, oh, that reminds me, almost forgot. Okay, so from savings, we're actually going to be paying for renter's insurance. So my inflow actually has to add, how much is renter's insurance this time? It is $333, which is going to come from the insurance savings category. So the only savings that we're spending, that we're planning to spend, is this $333, and also we have the other income from when savings account interest in here. So that's $42 for when savings account interest and $333 from savings. And let's see what that all adds up to. $33.68 plus $30.17 plus 42 plus 333 is $67.60 for our total inflow. And actually, now that I think about it, I should put what this adds up to. So, 1988. Oh, actually, no. 33.68 plus 42 is 34.10 for his inflow, and then mine is 30.17 plus 333 is 33.50. So that's our individual inflow and then our total. Okay. Just so that when it comes time to come up with the paycheck budgets, we have the actual numbers here all ready to go. So we are not doing any investments because that's not where we are in our journey, but we can go down to his spending. So
let's take a look at that calendar.
Yep. So out of this month, we have, of course, rent.
$13.50.
Yes. And kid bills is going to be $263.
Yep.
Because it's the first of the month plus the 4 weeks. So the way I wrote it out right here is the smaller number, the 263, is a 2 paycheck month, and the 343 is a 3 paycheck month. So that's that. And then internet is hopefully going to be 66 again. We did have 1 month that was higher.
71 for no clear reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like it.
But it's normally 66. And then S&M collections 50. Is 50.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Yep. And then the heating bill, we're going to go with 470 because that's the highest it's ever been. And
gross.
This month's bill was in the 400s, so we may as well expect that. And student loans, 36. And electric bill, it is coming out, and we already know what that is. Let's double check. It's $146. And then adventures is going to be, adventures is 40. And miscellaneous is 100. So let's see what that all adds up to. So we have $13.50 plus $263 plus 66 plus 50 plus 470 plus 36 plus 146 plus 40 plus 100 equals 2521.
Oof.
And that is out of his total inflow of 3410. So we go back up to the inflow. So his inflow is 3410. So 3410 minus 2521 equals 889. So 889 is what he is able to save this month. Okay.
441 would go to wedding.
First we got to write down the priorities.
Yes.
So,
wedding. Sorry.
Priority 1 is his wedding fund. 2 is kid clothes and furniture. So that's 2. 3 is summer pay, and 4 is gifts. Okay, so his wedding fund is going to be the first thing, so that gets 441. And 889, we're going to subtract 441, so there's 448 left. And then second priority is kids. How much is that?
100.
100. So minus 100, so that's 348 left. Third priority is summer pay.
Yep.
So that is going to take the whole 348. Yep. Yeah. So let's double check that the numbers add up properly. So 348 plus 441 plus 100 is 889 plus 2521 is 3410. Okay, so the numbers add up on his side. Now let's go over to my side. So for my monthly bills, what do we have for this month? We have YouTube Premium, Netflix, Car Wash, and Fabulous. So 26 plus 17 plus 18 plus 2 is 63. And actually, wait, no, Netflix went up. Netflix went up. It's $18 now. I forgot. It's like, well, it's $17 and some change, but we round up here. So 26 plus 18 plus 18 plus 2, so 64. So her monthly bills, 64. And then his debt, we're actually going to wait on this until we see how things like come together. So it's going to be a little complicated because my highest priority is always his debt. Okay, so dining out, we are going to budget from the template. Dining out is 60. Groceries in bulk is 520. Transportation is 120. Health is actually going to be different from the template because I'll show you in a little bit. So health is going to be actually half of this. So health is going to be 80 total this time. And then home shopping is going to be 60, just like the template. Birthdays is 10. Clothing and shoes is 100. And pet care is going to be 80. And then personal and alphabet is going to be 200, just like the template. And we're going to add that up and make a little note. So 64 plus 60 plus 520 plus 120 plus 80 plus 60 plus 10 plus 100 plus 80 plus 200 is 1294. So I'm just going to put minus 1294, put a little circle around that because that's my spending. And we're not going to write this down here because we don't have what his debt is yet, what his debt is going to be. So we're going to go down to my saving. So saving, my priorities are Christmas as number 1. And then number 2 is insurance. And number 3 is car maintenance. And number 4 is school. And then also, let's also keep in mind that renter's insurance is going to come out. So renter insurance, and that's $333. And I already checked, that's what the bill is going to be. So from savings, that's how much is coming out. So renter's insurance, $333. So we're just going to write minus $333. Actually, no, we're going to just update the total. Okay. So $1,294 plus $333 is $1,627. Okay, so that is currently what we're taking out of here. Okay, so $3,350 minus $1,627, $1,723. Okay, we can work with that. So we're going to go with savings next, because the last thing I'm going to come up with is his debt. So for savings, we're going to do Christmas first. So Christmas is, we're putting 92, because that's the highest cards that I can pull, like, reasonably. But then of course, if this number changes, then it'll just change how much the other priorities go. How much the other priorities get. Second priority is insurance. Insurance is getting $466. So we're gonna subtract those. So minus 92 minus 466, 1165. Okay, fantastic. And then next is car maintenance. So that's 111. So that's 1054. And then next is school, and school is 204. But that would put me under, so if I subtract this, so if I subtract 204, that leaves us with 850, and that's less than what my template is for here. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to add this back. So, okay, so I'm just going to put $54 towards school is what's going to happen. Because honestly, his debt is a higher priority, because that's costing us money, and we already have $30,000 saved for school. So it's honestly not a huge priority to make it to that full amount every time. And he's not like he's going back to school soon, but it's not like we're not going to go through all the money. So that's fine. Okay. So 466 plus 111 plus 92 plus 54 is 723. So that's how much we're saving total here. And you see there's a difference between how my side of savings worked versus his side of savings. But that is because my biggest priority is to always get it. Honestly, it says $887 here, but I'd prefer to get over $900 for his sent to his debt every month. That's what I'd really like to aim for. But this time we're gonna go with 1,000, because the school really doesn't need that much money right now. Okay, so let's add this up real quick. So $1,294 plus 1,000 equals $22.94. And if we add 723 to that, that's 3017, which is the amount of my paycheck. And then we add 333, and that's 3350, which is the total inflow from my side. So the math, and we know this before we go through the whole thing. I love it. Okay, so let us do the whole shebang-a-bang. Okay, so we have 6760 minus 2521, and that's 4239. So that's what's going to go here. And then we subtract what he's saving. So minus 889 is 3350. So we already know that the math works out for my side because my total inflow is 3350. So we're going to subtract 2294, and that's 1056. And then subtract 723, and that's 333. And because that is what we had planned to take from savings, 333 minus 333 is 0. So that is a zero-based budget, which of course means that every dollar has a job. That does not mean that our bank account is at 0. We prefer to leave money in our savings, in our checking and savings, which is why all of these things are whole numbers. So we don't deal with change in this budget. Paychecks are rounded down to the nearest dollar. Expenses are rounded up to the nearest dollar.
And then every so often, we do what, a rollover or a reset?
Yes. So the original plan was to do that at the end of the school year. I don't know if we're gonna wait that long, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice if we can do the reset sooner rather than later, so that I can be a whole month ahead again, like you are. So it might be that I reset my rollover. I might do it in March, and then Wynn can do it at the end of the school year. And that way it would actually be easier because
Sorry.
You are so hiccupy.
Sometimes.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that is our monthly budget.
And to be clear, just as she started this video talking about how templates and budgets are not the same. Budgets are adjusting to circumstance. Templates is just a tool to get you there. But budgeting allowed us to make changes like the change in healthcare and pet care. And that's why budget beats broke every time.
And never forget that you deserve financial stability. And I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.